path with a pulse of its own.
3, 2, 1.
Final Encountercast. Interesting conflicts, not conflicts of interest.
Typical corporate bullshit.
With your hosts, Nate, Robbie, Chris, Nika, and Callie. FinalEncountercast.com.
Ready? Get set? Go!
Welcome to Final Encountercast.
Final Encountercast.
Is there an echo in here? I don't know why you do that.
Here?
I don't know why you do that every time.
Because I have nothing else to say.
Yeah.
He has to go a long period of time without speaking before we start the show, and it builds up.
You could just choose not to say anything.
Final Encountercast.
Anyway.
I'm not certain he can.
Welcome to Final Encountercast. Thanks for joining us. We're so happy to be back. And now to be more frequent, we're actually... so we've talked about this on our other show, Limit Break Radio, which, if you don't know that show, you should check it out at limitbreakradio.com. It's a Final Fantasy 14 podcast. But the support from that show allows us to do this show. And we have already announced that this show is going weekly over there, but it's now our time to announce it over here. Yes, we are going to become a weekly podcast here at twitch.tv/Final Encountercast. You can tune into us on Sundays. We're going to be here live each and every single Sunday. We hope that you will join us for some great gaming talk show goodness.
Goodness.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Oh, I was just going to say, goodness gracious me.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah, I stole it from you. Ha.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Dick.
So if you've never tuned into Final Encountercast before, we are a gaming talk show. We kind of model this show after a radio show. I think we're gonna be embracing the idea that we're the shock jocks of gaming.
Shock jocks. Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Edge seemed so like he wanted to really put a fine point on that we just have this whole shock jock hacky shtick going on. So why not embrace it? Why not embrace it? I mean, that's really what I mean. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a radio producer. That's what I do. Like, that's my professional life. The cameras are just an afterthought. Really, honestly, they are
a small afterthought. Definitely not a 25-minute delay.
Oh well, that's a totally different story.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Are you certain?
Yeah. Oh, I'm positive. That was unto.
What's the story?
So the story is that OBS doesn't like to recognize multiple windows named the same thing, and it couldn't differentiate between this camera view and this camera view, or this camera view and this camera view. So we wanted to make sure that we had both the cameras up. We appreciate you guys' patience, is the point here. But if you'll notice in the background and cackling like some half-remembered nightmare is our new intern Len. Len, how you doing? Okay, I'm going to give you a mic.
Hey, well, thank you.
Yeah, so listeners to Limit Break Radio got to know you a little bit earlier today when we did that show. But now we're here with Final Encountercast. And you get the appropriate seat because that's usually Robbie's seat, and we crop him out of every shot.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and we do that on purpose. And so now that's that you get to hold that seat, and now you get to sit in front of a microphone that's not even on. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're moving up in the world
Quickly.
Anyway, so Len, tell us a little about yourself, about your gaming history. Let us get to know you a little bit.
Right. So far, it looks like I'm the oldest person in the group. I've been playing.
That's not something you want to admit, Len.
Or start with.
It was going to come out sooner or later.
Okay. Well, now, let's just beat the shit out of him for it now.
Exactly.
Wow, an intern and older than the people that you're interning for.
How sad.
It really is. You've got to. Wasn't that was a movie? Wasn't it? That was the premise of
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, some shitty Robert De Niro flick.
I think it was pretty good, actually, but
you would.
Oh,
I do like Robert De Niro.
Was that the one with Heath Ledger?
No, it was the one with the woman who looks like a skeleton.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
What?
Not at all. Even in the ballpark. I was going to say Anne Hathaway. Was it Anne Hathaway?
I think it was.
I think it was.
I think Chris has seen
like
about 4 movies in his life.
Yeah, she looks like
Wasn't she the horse?
She looks like a half-haunted skeleton. That's what I think.
I've
Are we
never
thinking of
thought
Sarah
that.
Jessica Parker?
I was going to say Sarah Jessica
She looks like a horse.
I thought that was Sarah Palin.
She looks like a psycho.
Well, yeah.
She is.
Nice job. Yeah. Anyway, Len, you were saying?
Yeah, I've been playing.
So yeah, you're older and
I'm
significantly
oldest
more
and
pathetic than we
probably
are.
the saddest person around here right now.
Okay, great. Well, I guess that's all the information we need.
Exactly,
Thank you, Len.
Exactly. Now, I've been playing video games probably since the mid '80s, so I have a lot of video gaming experience, and I try to platinum everything I can on PS4 now.
Oh, you're a completionist?
Yes, very much so.
Interesting.
It kind of bothers me when I don't. Yeah.
What is your stance on impossible to do achievements?
Well, if they're impossible to do, there's got to be a way to do it.
If they're
That's deep.
impossible, there has to be a way to do it.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that word works.
Yeah, you keep using that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
Oh, Chris, that was a movie reference.
Yeah,
that's also a drop that we have. Dumb shit.
It is a drop.
It is. Yeah, I don't know why you weren't like ready and prepared in the can for that. I'm happy.
I don't have it. It's not in my thing. I've had it for like 4 months. I never had an opportunity to use it, so I just tossed it.
Worthless drop. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way to be on it. Anyway, Len, was that it? Are you done?
What kind of games do you like, Len?
Yeah. What do you play?
Let's see. I play just about everything except sports games.
Except sports games.
Yeah, I used to play Madden a lot, but every year it's the same garbage in and out. It's the same thing, except with graphics. That's about it.
What a brilliant money-making scheme they have over at EA.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it borders on a scam. Anyway,
best Ponzi scheme in A.
All right, so you're old. You don't like sports game.
I'm terrifying and a potential rapist, but I'll never say it flat out.
Does that cover it?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Oh.
All right, get the fuck out of here. I need more root beer.
Yeah.
Root beer.
Gotcha.
Chop. Let's make it happen. Let's make it snappy. Come on.
I feel like I'm being replaced. Am I being replaced?
Yeah, that one. This one right there. Come on.
Man, I can't take the benefits of this intern. What the fuck?
You can call him
I want to get up and get a drink, but then I disappear.
You have a husband.
He's not here right now.
Don't need an intern. That's essentially
I have
the same
no one
thing.
here. I'm alone.
All right. So now that the intern is out of the room, let's take a look at what's going on in the news.
I'm here to do the news tonight.
And that's the way the news goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you important news.
Here's a story that's out of this world.
I really do need to shorten that up.
A little bit, yeah. I'm like ready to go about 10 seconds into it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
right.
I'll fix it. That's on my list of things to fix.
Okay.
Next time, I'm just gonna throw drops all over it.
I actually got to the mute button before anyone could say anything. I was quite proud of myself.
Does that mute the drops?
Yeah, no, it mutes all of our microphone input.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's good.
Alrighty, Russian developer Edek Zykov is currently creating a 3D version of the popular RPG Undertale. He has said that rather than be a remake of the full game, it's going to be a small standalone adventure within the game itself that focuses on a dark entity using 3D to try to reach the player.
God, I think that this is so fucking cool. I like this, like the fact that it's. I mean, like, if you go and take a look at some of the images that exist of this project out there, it looks fantastic. Visually, it looks awesome.
Definitely.
But on top of that, it's not that he's not doing just a straight port.
Right.
He's going the extra mile and actually making something original. I think that's totally cool. I really hope that Toby Fox is 100% down with it.
Yeah.
But
especially because it is so true to that Undertale feeling. Like the concept of an enemy that is using 3D to try to attack the player is very meta, and it is very Undertale.
It is. Yeah.
Undertale, I mean, for those who don't know, Undertale is one of its primary themes is playing on the tropes and the knowledge that it is a video game.
And breaking and fourth wall breaks too.
Destroys it.
Yeah. I mean, like it is totally conceivable in terms of, the world and the story of Undertale, that this is a continuation. And the fact that Toby Fox wants to move on to a different project, I think that he should definitely encourage, because people are so enthusiastic about the world of Undertale.
I think that helps him a lot in that Toby Fox has said he doesn't want to do anything more with Undertale and he wants to move on to a new project.
At least not immediately.
Right.
Like, not that, I don't know that he's said he's never wants to return to it, but
It would definitely leave, I think, a different taste in fans' mouths if this was coming out while he was working on like Undertale 2.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, maybe if it borrowed from concepts, but there's no concept to borrow from. It's completely original. I think that's really, really cool. By the way, one of the new features of the show, if you go to finalencountercast.com, Kookie, on top of doing our call screening, and by the way, if you want to call in, you can send a Skype message to Final Encountercast or 810-207-1764 if you'd like to chime in on anything today. We would love to take your call. But Kookie is also going to be managing our live blog. So if you head on over to finalencountercast.com, as we talk about each story, you can find full links to that story over at finalencountercast.com.
So That Dragon Cancer has caused a great deal of discussion within the gaming community, mostly around the motivation of the game, and I use the term discussion in the loosest possible terms. The creators were inspired to make it by the diagnosis of their son with cancer at 12 months of age. The Steam forums have become a veritable shitstorm, but Numinous Games, which has the family in question on its staff, has said that they have no intention of locking or moderating any threads about this, instead preferring to let the discussion go on regardless of what is being said.
What is being said?
There's a lot of people who think that it is a game playing on those emotions inspired by like a son being diagnosed with cancer at 12 months of age to make money. Like literally, they're using it as a cash grab.
But isn't like everything that inspires people to create something based on a real life experience usually?
I would agree.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What's the
I would guess that's probably why Numinous Games has said they're not going to lock any of the forums or threads about it. They're just going to let it go, let the discussion happen.
I like
good for them.
I like that they're embracing the discussion, because I think that's what a game like this. So I've been paying close attention to that Dragon Cancer's development. I first heard about it in an article from I think her name is Jen Frank. And I was so taken with it. I loved the article. I loved the idea behind it, because here's someone going through an extremely traumatic experience in their life, and they're using it for creativity. And I think that that's super important. I think that is hugely important to the creative process. I think as long as the family was okay with it, and nobody's being exploited by it, that it's a way to even process grieving. You know what I mean? It's I think such an important and personal thing that, and I understand why someone may be uncomfortable or may feel like it's a bit cash grabby. But I don't agree. I think that it's a beautiful expression of grief.
I wonder if people would have the same issue if this was a game being released completely independently by the parents of the kid, as opposed to a game studio that happens to have them on staff.
Okay, but if it was being done by the parents, it'd be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
possibly, yeah.
What does this game even play like?
It plays like you are a person in a hospital watching over somebody with cancer. Like and this may kind of hit home for you a little bit, Chris, but I mean, it's like it plays on the idea that there's like really kind of nothing to do. Like you have.
Are you saying that I don't have anything to do in life?
No, I'm no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying with your recent hospital trips and everything.
Oh.
But that that lack of stimulation, that the repetition of things, like it really kind of forces you and focuses the player to deal with and focus on what's happening. You're not going to cure the kid. Like basically, it's going. You're helping someone through the end of cancer. So it's rough. I mean, it's rough. It is a very emotionally challenging game.
It's one of those games that does bring up the discussion of what constitutes a video game.
Right?
Is this considered?
Are you doing anything in the game?
You've got
what's gameplay? Like, what is the gameplay in this game?
First person. You've got basically the things that are in you would find in an average hospital room. You can open up some drawers and find some stuff. But I mean, mostly it's just waiting for things to happen.
The gameplay is limited. It's a storytelling experience.
Right.
That sounds really boring.
Probably.
It's
probably more.
It's one of those like life simulators.
And then you whip out your AK-47 and you blow cancer away. Shut the fuck up. It's supposed to be a different kind of experience, you dolt.
It's an emotional experience, and this is nothing new though. I mean, there's been games that have played on like the demons that relating around depression and suicide. Like there's been those sort of games going for a while, but it always brings that discussion back of what constitutes a video game. This is definitely more. I would consider this more of a roller coaster ride than an actual like choose your own adventure game.
Yeah, I mean,
it could also be a lesson in empathy for some people who just don't get it. Also,
I think so too. I mean, that's a lot of what these sort of like more experiential games are supposed to, are supposed to convey.
Yeah, why else would you ever want to play a game where you are the person going through depression and suicidal thoughts like that? Right. I mean, it really is just kind of a look into someone else's shoes. In games like this, I mean, not everybody is. I mean, hopefully, most people are fortunate enough they haven't had to deal with that, and so this is also a way to kind of give yourself another perspective.
But there's two ways to reach a player. There's engagement in what's going on screen. There's engagement through action, and then there's engagement through storytelling.
Right.
And I think that games have evolved now to a point where you don't just have to engage the player through action. There are these great titles out there like Dear Esther, or these just like Journey is another one where it has gameplay and you're experiencing a world, but you're not fighting something. There's no antagonist.
But is there like a story?
Yes, there is a story.
Okay, well that's what I got. Like Undertale, like the gameplay is obviously pretty limited, and the first time I went through Undertale, like I didn't have any connection to any of the people, and I just mercilessly killed them all and whatever. That was fine.
Right.
The second time I went through it and like connected and talked to them and like got their stories, then I felt connected. So I guess that's what I was trying to determine, is if I personally would have any connection.
I imagine you probably will by the end of this.
It's supposed to be your kid.
Yeah.
So intrinsically, you're supposed to just
okay, well, yeah, sure. This is your kid, but if I don't have a connection to them personally, like I don't.
Fuck kids. I don't give a shit about kids.
That too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen things like this. There's more than one way, like you say, more than one way to reach someone. You've seen games like that, the Drowning Simulator. Have you ever taken a look at that? It's literally a game that simulates being trapped in the ocean and drowning slowly, and it's utterly terrifying.
Wow.
But you see things like that, and you see people using like they do horror games, but they're all meant to show like going through depression and suicidal tendencies and thoughts and the horrors that they see and witness. So there, you can entertain through the horror aspect, or if you're talking about depression, or you can entertain through something like this, which is going for a much more emotional impact.
Yeah. But really, the point is that I really like that the game developers are okay with the criticism, that they're more concerned with the dialogue being being pushed, and that's what I think is really cool. There are way too many developers, especially indie developers, that are like, any kind of negative criticism, just like we've got to issue YouTube takedowns and
moratorium, get it off the air.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's try to or throw free video games at add them until they change their mind. Like that happens too. So, all right, what else we got?
All right, so we've been hearing for a while that Nintendo is growing more open to licensing out their characters for movie and anime adaptations, as well as for mobile gaming and possible theme park attractions. While they've been quiet on the subject since the passing of Satoru Iwata, recently President Tatsumi Kimishima has spoken up saying that this is still the plan. However, no specifics have been given outside of them announcing that they are partnering with Universal Orlando to create a Nintendo-themed attraction at the park.
I love you!
That's awesome.
Speculation is it may replace the Marvel Superhero Island, which has been set to close down since Marvel was acquired by Disney. Details are still scarce on that, but it is expected to be more than just a single ride or attraction.
I forgot that they had Marvel shit at Universal for
They do, and they're getting rid of it. And it's expected, or at least speculated now, that perhaps a Nintendo island will be the replacement for that.
Man, I want to go and jump and hit coin blocks and have coins pop out and find a Goomba and just stomp on it.
Dude, live action Mario Party.
Dude.
Yeah.
I would be so down for that.
How many awesome ideas could there be for a Nintendo-themed attraction? And they're not talking about just
so
Mario.
many.
They're talking about Zelda. They're talking about Smash Brothers characters. They're talking about everything with this.
Let's get a trebuchet catapult and attach it to Kid Icarus. How about
Why
that?
not?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You get to murder Kid Icarus.
No, you get to be Kid Icarus and just.
You get to be him. Oh,
yeah.
That'll go well.
Yeah. You
Or
get
Angry Birds.
fired into a net. Yeah.
Get fired into.
Wait, Angry Birds is in Nintendo? What the fuck are you talking about, you retard?
Oh, wait,
it's not Nintendo.
Hold on.
You're like our Nintendo guy.
Shut the fuck up. They have Angry Birds type game in Smash Brothers. So they just have to change. Yeah. I mean, you have to punch a bomb and then it goes off and then it explodes, but same basic principle.
thing.
Yeah.
Chris, what are some attractions that you'd like to see, man? Come on. Be real. Be real.
I want to see
forward to-
Mario Kart. I want to be able to.
That's so obvious. That's so
It's so obvious. If it's not a thing, I'll be pissed.
It's so easy. That's so easy. It's just a go-kart track.
Yeah, because no,
The
but that
islands
wouldn't
would be
be a
hard.
Mario Kart because I feel like it would be so dangerous to actually let you throw shit into the road. And so otherwise it would just be go-karts, which would be so boring because you can go do go-karts anywhere.
Yeah, but okay, hey, hang on. I can fix this, right? No. You combine go-karts with laser tag. And then that way, when you laser tag somebody, it slows their car down or stops them completely.
Oh, awesome. And dude, like, what if they could recreate like any of the Super Mario Kart tracks?
Yes!
Like, come on.
The actual tracks would be sweet. But like,
That
I don't
would
know.
be
Just
so
there's so many
awesome.
unique things on the Mario Kart tracks, like zoomer things and like hills and things that really hard to
Ramps.
recreate.
You
Little
don't have to
children in
play.
these cars, like little tiny children.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
for
I know
starters,
there's like an
okay.
age / like size level for
Get
go-karts,
good.
but-
Get good at hand-eye coordination.
Then someone can
Come
make
on.
a video game about how they lost their kid at the Nintendo attraction theme park.
How their kid got ran over at Mario Kart.
Do do do.
I feel like if they were gonna make it that intense, it would need to be like 18
Game
plus
over.
go-karts.
Metal Gear?
No.
I think there'd be a lot of like just more than the theme park. I'm looking for like they're talking about an anime crossover with that. Like,
What?
yeah, they're talking about doing stuff like anime crossovers.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Get the hell-
Yes.
Get out of
I
here.
recently heard rumors of a live-action Legend of Zelda too, like being
live-action one?
licensed on Netflix. Yeah, I highly dubious.
Isn't that the same one that's been going around for years about April
Maybe.
Fools?
Maybe. I don't know. It's a thing that I heard. I didn't give it much credit, but you know, if they are open to licensing more shit, I could see them doing something like that.
You know what else I need? I need a big giant stadium with holographic Pokemon battles.
Dude, right?
That's
Right?
That's
Pokemon Stadium.
That's Nintendo, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I know. They developed for Nintendo, but Game Freak is a different company from Nintendo.
I think they still could use it.
Yeah, they can still do
Still
it.
own it.
It's a second party.
if Game Freak wants to like let them,
Dude, how awesome would live action
don't
Pokemon
do
Stadium
it.
be?
it would be cool. But I mean, like they've got dude.
What, Game Freak's gonna be like, no, we don't want money.
Pokemon has weird licensing shit about it. Like, I mean, did you guys heard about the guy who threw a Pokemon themed party and got sued for a whole bunch of money? Like he had like Pikachu shaped balloons. It was like barely even a themed party, and they were like, no, we're suing you.
Get it down.
Wait, was he making money off this party?
I don't know.
He would have had to be.
Like,
I
were
think.
people? I mean, he would. The only way they could really sue him is if they were like charging admission fee.
Here's your cover charge for your Pokemon party.
Because people have like little kids at Pokemon birthday parties all the time. I think I had a Pokemon cake when I was a kid.
Whoa! Oh! Nintendo, please come on, get.
Yeah,
get
don't
me-
mention that on
might
here.
as
What
well
are you
sue
doing?
my like 10-year-old self. Okay.
Just don't post it on Twitter. That's all. That's my suggestion. All right.
All right. Though ESPN has occasionally broadcast esports events on some of their lesser subsidiaries, word is that they're planning on expanding that coverage in an attempt to draw in their faltering 14 to 28 demographic. In addition to the already covered League of Legends, Dota 2, Hearthstone, and Super Smash Bros. Will also be joining the lineup. So you are going to get to see esports on ESPN.
Oh, ESPN.
Just stop.
You're so
Well,
adorable.
ESPN is trying to be more modern and hip with the youngsters.
It's not gonna work. Why? Okay, honest. Twitch is already a thing.
Right.
Like you lost already. Like you lost before you even started playing.
Right. The problem is exactly that. Like anyone who's watching esports already watches it on Twitch. They're not going, well, you know what? I'd watch this if only it was on ESPN.
Yeah.
Okay, now hold on. Are they gonna have like a channel like on the TV where you can watch these things?
Oh,
on
it's
ESPN?
going to be on ESPN.
Okay, now see, I actually like
Esports
that.
PN.
Like, I actually like that idea a lot because now we're gonna have like actual video games being played competitively on the TV. Like if you could just surf there on a cable box or whatever, that would actually do a lot for exposure and actually do a lot for esports as a genre.
Oh, yeah. Just like having an entire channel devoted to video games for like 10 years, that did so much.
But G4 was on like extended cable packages usually. Like I never had G4. But
I had G4 like crazy.
I used to watch it when there was actually good stuff on there.
They couldn't give G4 away on an extended package.
But every cable package in the world has ESPN.
And guess what? G4 was shitty. This is just people going to be playing sport or electronic sports all the time, like competitively, like high level shit. I mean, look how much Texas Hold'em blew up once they actually started showing Texas Hold'em on ESPN.
That's not a bad point, actually.
Yeah, no.
Poker took off like crazy.
It did.
Pool.
It did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you just say you poo?
Yeah. No, pool.
Pool.
Oh, billiards.
Swimming?
Yeah.
Synchronized.
But I mean, very briefly in the 90s, bowling was a thing on ESPN
That's right.
too.
Yeah.
They made an entire brilliant movie about it called Kingpin? I love that fucking movie. That is one of
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray in that movie is so.
Yeah,
oh my god,
such an asshole in that movie.
Oh my god, I love that. That is one of my all-time fucking favorite movies.
Oh my god, Kingpin. The Amish bowler.
Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. By the way, have you seen Dennis Quaid later? He's a nutcase.
Crazy.
He's crazy.
He's out of it. He's lost his fucking mind. He thinks people are out to kill him.
Go back and watch like Christmas Vacation and see him as Cousin Eddie. He is more crazy now in real life.
It's sad.
He is crazier now in real life than he was on Independence Day.
He's easily probably one of the best follows on Twitter if he's still on Twitter. Because there was one time he like posted a picture of himself. He was in boxers and had a fucking nut. I have no idea. It was so bizarre.
He was a nutcase.
He is out of his fucking mind. Meth, not even once. All right.
Guys, I don't even know if I want to say this next one. All right.
Yes, I'll just say it. Minecraft is one of Pornhub's fastest growing search terms. Minecraft is now one of Pornhub. Oh, I just said that. Truly, we are lost. No, we're not. I love that.
No, we're lost. We as a people are lost.
No.
Guys age 18 to 24 are the most common searchers of Minecraft on Pornhub.
You see, that's that demographic that ESPN is trying to capture.
Yeah, they must be so proud. When I saw this posted, I thought it was a joke. I thought you were fucking with me.
It's not. This is just an extension of the furry shit.
Okay, now hold on. Like, is it like porn stars or like naked people playing Minecraft?
No.
What it is them making porn in Minecraft.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even understand
with
how
the
that's,
pixel characters.
Like, I don't.
I actually was so curious by this. I was like, this can't honestly be a thing.
This is not on our search history.
I absolutely did. Why would you not? How could you see this? How could you honestly see this fucking article and not click? Like, how could you not at that point
Minecraft
Google?
is just pixel. It's like not even hentai. It's like literally a box.
Do you mean to tell me that you also didn't immediately Google 2 girls, 1 cup, cake farts, and 1 guy, 1 pickle jar? Because if you didn't, you
I've only heard of one of those.
Nika's like, I gotta go check this out.
Nika's got some Googling to do later.
No,
Nate knows all of these.
I watched like 10 seconds of 2 girls, 1 cup and immediately almost vomited. So it's okay.
I watched the reaction video and knew I didn't need to watch.
So anyway, no, I absolutely did look this up, and it is exactly what you think. It is Minecraft characters having sex, and the specific video that I was watching, it had creepers outside the window looking in, watching the sex act, which I actually thought was a little funny.
That's tasteful,
I'm gonna admit that was pretty clever. I got a little chuckle out of that, but I don't know how anyone could seriously jack it to that shit. I just have no idea.
That is so utterly depressing.
It's the same thing with the furry and the fucking I don't understand. I do not understand how you beat it to that shit.
Do you know what is sad about this?
Furries, ponies, fucking even hentai. I really have not a problem, but I really have trouble like understanding that.
I was just about to say, like, our reaction right here is the exact reaction people were having to the surfacing of hentai in America.
That is true.
At one point. But now look at where hentai is in America.
That is true. I've talked about this.
So it's the correlation
so in 10 years,
trying to make is that Minecraft porn, it's going to be somewhere.
In 10 years... It could well be.
Oh dear God!
And we are going to have to look at dark times.
But I've talked about this before on the stream. But I have a theory about furries and where this comes from. This comes from growing up in an environment where you have too much exposure to things like the Disney Channel and not enough healthy sexual outlet. Because every kid needs a sexual outlet. Like it's a natural part of growing up.
You remember the Man Show? I remember the Man Show.
I do. And so you need that outlet. And if you have helicopter parents like have been existing since the 80s, and even worse parents now, like hoverboard parents, then you end up with kids that are so isolated and kept away from any kind of sexual content that they end up projecting their sexual fantasies onto the only media that they're being exposed to, which is stuff like the Disney Channel.
Hannah Montana.
Well, that's weird. That's just that's pedophilia. That's just
not if you're 12.
No, yeah, I get no. I mean, yeah, no, it's still wrong and illegal.
Yeah, it's never right, but
yeah,
God.
But fuck me, man. That's so weird that our culture has devolved to the point where Minecraft sex, Minecraft porn. It's a thing.
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
Yeah.
That really says it all.
It really is. Like the fact that, I mean, like, and let's just not gloss over this. It's the fastest growing search term on Pornhub.
Which means there's a lot of people, and I like how they specify that it's 18 to 24. Bullshit. It's 12 to 24, and you fucking know it.
I'd also like to point out that I did not have to watch this on Pornhub. I found it very easily with a click that said, "Yeah, I'm over 18" on YouTube.
Oh God.
So really not that hard to find, guys. So the fact that it's a growing search term at Pornhub, I don't know what to make of that. That really, I don't know what I really don't. It like breaks my brain.
If you want to call in and talk about it. All right. Well, speaking of everything being wrong, Nintendo has confirmed that a particular side quest in Fire Emblem Fates, which features a character drugging another character to make her see everyone as the opposite gender, has been removed from the NA and EU versions of the game.
Oh my God.
The drugged character would apparently fall in love with the female version of the questing character, prompting claims of gay conversion therapy. Which are words I never thought I would have to speak aloud on this show.
It really is kind of in a roundabout. They're not wrong. Like it is such a weird like that really, I don't know, like I'm pretty okay with this change. Like I'm pretty all right with that.
You don't want date rape simulator in your game?
Yeah, that's the first line that it crosses, is that it's like, yeah, but that's a little bit close to Rohypnol, and we don't like that's just not, we don't need that.
Right.
And encouraging the character to drug a drink may not be the right signal to send.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, you've got the whole gender swap thing. And then it gets really weird, and I can see people getting upset about that.
Okay, now I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is the person that has the drugs, like what kind of a character is that? Is that like a warrior, or like a magician, or like a spellcaster, or something?
It's an Animu Weeaboo...
a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
Do we know what it is?
Well,
I don't know.
So we're saying it could be a magician? A rape magician?
Do you see yourself more as like a rapist who does magic, or a magician who also likes to rape?
You went so far.
If that was like you went around to the back door to be able to make that one. But double entendre also. But
Jesus.
Yes, if that character happened to be a magician, then they would be a rape magician.
A rape magician.
Yeah.
I suppose.
You're not wrong, but I'm not happy about it. So speaking of Fire Emblem Fates, in addition,
I can knock that one off my list now. Okay, done.
Nintendo has also announced the petting minigame, in which you can invite a character to your private chambers and stroke their face with the stylus to raise their affection level.
Whoa!
Will also be removed from the game.
Yeah!
Come on!
What the fuck?
That is also something that was in this game, apparently.
Just the face?
When did Fire Emblem get really weird? Did I miss? Did I miss something?
The last couple of games where they've actually added the romantic features into it is just getting progressively weirder.
Really? Like is it just like a really intense, awkward, weird like this? Because this is really weird.
I still can't get over the gay conversion thing by making a character see everyone as the opposite sex because they want to fall in love with it. It's just like, who thought that was okay? I can't even comprehend this.
I can't help but wonder what the bigger details. Like, you see them as the opposite gender. What happens when they put their dick in you? I think you're going to notice. Something may not be right.
No, that's fine because now you love them, okay? It's fine.
Apparently, you do get married to them before telling them that you're actually the other gender.
You see? It's not entrapment at all.
Weird. But also, there is a huge vocal community also saying that please don't remove these from the game because we want the real Fire Emblem, and if you remove them, we're not getting the real game.
You're getting the improved version of the game, to be fair.
A whole bunch of people saying, even though the people in Japan who got this version of the game said that this is horrible and they hate it, and so they're like, okay, we'll remove this for the European and North American releases. And then there's people saying, why would you do that? We want the real game.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Why don't we talk about some of those people? There is there's a lot of folks out there who fight against censorship, including this Steam group.
The Cut Content Police?
There you go, the Cut Content Police.
Yep. The Cut Content Police are gaining notoriety for their efforts to inform customers when a game has had content removed from it for one reason or another. Frequently, games from Japan, such as this, or other countries will be altered so that they can be sold via Steam. The Cut Content Police use Steam's Curator function to warn players that such games have been altered, feeling players have a right to know.
I mean, I guess, yes.
They are soldiers in our time.
I mean, is it probably a good thing to know about cut content if someone wants to know about it? Sure.
It should be noted. Yeah, they're not actively saying don't buy the game. It's more of an awareness spreading thing. Just so you know, this game has been altered.
I feel like censorship and deleted content because the entire community that's played the game thought it was offensive is very different.
Yeah, and that's sort of the point that I kind of wanted to drive at was that, there's a very big difference between external censorship and self-censorship. And if a company thinks that it's in their best interest to take a piece of content out of the game because it'll sell better in the country that they're selling it in, that's their right. As the content creator, that is absolutely their right. You, as an audience member, have no right to demand any one specific kind of content. You just don't. I mean, I think it's fair to say, look, you didn't finish this game. That's a different thing than to say we intentionally chose to remove this because reasons.
Chris, are you seeing this? You see how covered Nate's ass is? Oh my God.
I think he's just trying to weasel Metal Gear Solid 5 back into the discussion somehow. Just stop it.
I'm not, no.
We're done with that.
Not going, no.
We close that book.
And that's not even the same thing either.
It's
when
not.
People censor things like, oh, this character's tits are hanging out. In this country, we're going to put more clothes on it. I feel like that's, an interesting kind of censorship. But legitimately, if you have offended an entire culture, literally the entire country that's played your game is this is not a good idea. Please remove this from the game. That's a smart choice, not necessarily censorship. That just seems like they had an idiot content writer and they need to fire them.
Right, and we're not talking about a character being gay made to be not gay in the American release. We're talking about date rape.
Yeah.
Well,
let's draw the line to make sure that there's...
You guys, drugging someone to make them like you or not resist is a perfectly acceptable alternative.
No, it's not. That's like that Louis C.K. joke is, it's never okay to rape anyone except if you want to have sex with them and they don't want you to.
Yeah, see, thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
And it's a joke. Get fucking over yourself. Jesus Christ, guys.
Go yell your panties all in a bunch.
Go yell at Louis C.K., not me. Anyway, no, but the content police, I think that some of it is a little bit fucking crazy because, if a company decides, okay, this is, or if the game creator decides, okay, I don't want this to be a part of this release, they have the right to do that. In the case of Metal Gear Solid, I definitely, and especially with all of the things that have come out in the months after that, I definitely think that is a case where Hideo Kojima didn't get a say over the final product, and that was Konami's censorship of the final product. So I think that makes it a bit different.
Well, on the note of games being censored, Twitch has added Yandere Simulator to its banned list, much to the surprise of nobody.
Oh boy, I'm a little bit nervous being on Twitch and talking about this.
Yeah, the game, which features schoolyard murder and upskirt shots for currency, joins Hunipop and a host of other games on the no-fly list for Twitch.
So I think that this is interesting and notable because they actually didn't inform the creator that that his game was going to be banned or why it was banned. So the creator made a counter video asking well, why wouldn't you just say something? Why wouldn't you just tell me? Maybe I might be able to take that out and make it sellable on your marketplace. But,
having seen Yandere Simulator,
yes.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt you're going to be able to change it enough to get it sellable on the marketplace.
So that...
Don't know if you realize, but murder in schools is kind of a hot button issue right now here.
Little bit. Also, the panty shots is pretty creepy, I gotta say.
You can sell them for currency. You gotta earn that money.
So wait, are you taking pictures of panty shots?
No, you're upskirting girls for currency.
Currency?
Which is
how do you get the currency?
You people pay you for them.
People pay you
for
to
panty
to take pictures of girls upskirts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a mission.
I don't think you actually get money. I think it's just that's the currency. Is these panty shots is the currency.
Ultimate creeper.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It's Yandere Simulator. It's supposed to be making fun of that.
Yes, it is supposed to be, it is satire a bit.
Okay, we joke about rape and stuff, and yeah, obviously, but flipping up a girl's skirt, that doesn't hurt anybody. That should be fine.
Let's not go there.
Wow.
However,
can I sit on the other side of the room? Do I have to sit here?
And using panty shots as currency actually just feels kind of hilarious.
It's supposed to be ridiculous and satire, but I don't think that's going to get okay for Twitch.
But it joins the auspicious list with such titles as BMX XXX, also banned from Twitch.
Battle Rape.
Honey Pop, yeah, Battle Rape.
Battle Rape's on there. And any game that's ever had Sakura in the title is on that list.
Yeah, Artificial Academy 1 and 2, Cobra Club.
Man,
I thought they were going to sneak
really
2 in there.
It down for number 2, I feel. So I don't feel like number 2 should be up on that list.
Rape Lay, I think when your game is listed among the likes of Rape Lay and Battle Rape, I think you got to do a little bit of gut check.
Yeah.
Also the Guy game and Second Life. I actually didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. It makes total sense when you think about it. But I actually didn't realize
Second Life is banned.
I did not realize that Second Life. Yeah.
I now that you say it, it makes sense because if Second Life wasn't banned, it would be one of the leading Twitch things. I think.
No,
I don't know.
I don't
know much about
Second Life. Huge?
Kind of, yeah.
For perverts and furries, for a while.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but the internet has a lot of those.
You know who still likes Second Life?
No.
One of my exes.
No
way.
No, you're full of shit.
Nope.
You are full of shit.
Shit you not.
I don't believe you.
Shit you not.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Dodge the bullet?
Yeah.
All right, Andrew Eisen, self-proclaimed Nintendo fanboy, is now involved in a dispute with the company itself over a video he created. Nintendo placed a copyright claim on the video, claiming he uses gameplay footage from their game Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Eisen admits to using the footage, but claims his portrayal of the footage, along with owning the game itself, constitutes fair use.
This is interesting. I mean, any article that's about fair use, is... I think is really interesting because it definitely pertains to what we do. I mean, our drops, those are being used under fair use.
Yep.
Some of the music that we use, that's being used under fair use. But by the way, I also want to you buried the lead here, Callie, which is that his video was titled "Captain Toad Headbutts Toadette in the Crotch."
I'm trying to make it worth for people to go check it out on the website.
Oh yeah, so it's classy.
That's awesome. Can we watch that?
No, you can't, because Nintendo issued a copyright strike against it, and
he's contesting it currently.
It has been taken down from YouTube.
Yep.
But I do think that it does constitute, like, something like this constitutes fair use, but that's without seeing the product.
Right.
Okay, so what you're saying is I need to cosplay as Toad, Adventure Toad, and we should have, I don't know, let's just say Callie dress up as Toadette, and I need to headbutt him in the crotch.
Let me give you an example.
I don't want your face anywhere near my crotch ever.
We've actually had a YouTube copyright claim issued against us for when we talked about the Street Fighter trailer the Tekken trailer that had Akuma in it.
Really?
Yes. Yep. We had a copyright strike, and I had to push back and say no, it's fair use, because fair use is applicable under commentary as well, and we have rolling commentary over the video the entire time.
What does this have to do with me headbutting Callie in the crotch?
Nothing. You can just go ahead and do that.
You know what? Let's just skip the cosplay. Can I just do that right now?
No.
Yeah, I guess.
Why would you want to put your head there?
Yeah.
I don't want to put my head there. I want to smash his balls in.
With your head?
Yeah. Do you not?
Anyway.
Do you not? What?
No.
Thank you.
You need to reevaluate your life.
All right, come on.
All right. Final Fantasy-ness is nearing completion and is just about ready for release on mobile and PC stores. While it has not yet been released, it is expected to be by the end of February, although Square Enix has not given an actual firm date. The game itself will be in a 4:3 ratio, as was the original, though the graphics have been updated, and will also feature a fast play mode and the ability to turn off encounters. So,
oh boy.
Dude, it's going to be awesome.
Wasn't there already a way to turn off encounters in 9, though, with like an item? Once you got to a certain point in the game?
Yeah, I think you could. There was an encounter none item in there.
Yeah, there was. It was one of those.
It was an ability you could learn and equip.
Yeah,
that's how 9's system was.
Right.
I might have been like the pumice piece or one of those types of things that let you do that or something.
Something like that. Anyway, okay, so thoughts, guys? I mean, FF9, beloved classic.
Please be out before March 11th. For the love of God.
You want to tell them
Yes,
why?
I do. Because You're Not Alone will be happening on March 11th. That's a Friday at 5 p.m. We will be doing a charity playthrough of Final Fantasy IX, start to finish in one sitting. All proceeds will be donated, once again, as with Seeds of Acceptance. This time they will be donated to Transgender Michigan, which is a charity based out of Ferndale that provides a call-in help hotline for anyone who has transgender issues. And they've gotten calls from all over the world, including from many countries where you are not allowed to be transgender. Well, that is not acceptable. They also work with other transgender organizations in the area to provide counseling and support.
Awesome. So, again, when is that?
That is Friday, March 11th at 5 p.m.
All right, make sure that
and that's at twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio.
That's
this
right.
kind of transphobic and bigoted hate speech isn't gonna fly here, bro.
Hanging out with PC Principal today.
Yeah.
That was a bit on the nose, but anyway, no, that's awesome. Make sure that you join him for that. Mark the date down in your calendars, and let's make the second iteration of this charity event way better than the first. What was the first total? 21.
2000 and 2112, I believe it was.
Yeah.
No, it was 2112 cents.
That's right. So we're going to be looking to top that and go into a good cause. So make sure that you tune in for that.
I need that receipt, by the way, Callie.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget.
So Solid Oak Sketches is currently suing Take-Two Interactive over them displaying tattoos of NBA stars in their recently released NBA 2K16. 8 pieces of artwork are in question, and Take-Two has yet to comment. However, it is clear that Solid Oak Sketches does have the copyrights filed on the images in question. There is precedent for this, as THQ's UFC Undisputed faced a similar charge for a tattoo displayed on one of its fighters.
This is really interesting because I mean, you're talking about an artist and the right to their artwork, but at the same time, you're also talking about a representation of someone that you do have their permission to use their likeness.
Yeah, so I don't see how they can get a copyright on that.
Because the copyright is on the artwork itself.
So if
but it's on your body and it's your likeness.
So if
but it's the artist.
Yeah, but if the NBA...
artist gave permission to put it on, like he put it on your arm. He gave you permission to have it on your arm.
Let's say like Time magazine took a picture of an NBA person and they had their tattoo on their arm. Would they not be able to post that picture because it has a tattoo of their arm on a magazine cover now?
I don't know, but THQ ended up paying about $20,000.
That's bullshit. I don't think that should be.
No, I think that they should just pay the artists. Like if an artist says like, look, I want compensation for my artwork being in your game, just give them fucking money.
And it is interesting because like they could have just as easily left the tattoos off the person. I mean,
yeah,
is it like, well,
like they had to put extra work into recreating the artwork on the.
Well, you want it to be authentic. You can't be.
Yeah, I think nowadays with graphics as good as they are, if you left the tattoos off, it would look weird. Especially
I
like
agree,
with
it should be
NBA
authentic,
players
but you should
who
also
wear.
pay for it.
But this issue has only just started to rear its head because graphics have gotten so good that we can actually recreate people's tattoos. You know, when we were playing N64, PlayStation 2, it wasn't good. Like you just had a blurry blob on an arm.
WWF Raw is war.
But I mean, you do have to compensate people for their work. You do have to compensate artists for their art.
Well, that was compensated when you got the tattoo done.
Good point.
I mean, like I can understand like not having like that to be an option in like a character builder. Like that would make sense. But I don't think the likeness should have to pay for it if they have it on their arm because that's how that person is in real life.
I mean, I think it's a complicated issue because you have the permission to use somebody's likeness already. I think that's what makes it a more complicated issue. I mean, because if you see now, I'm curious what LeBron James has to say about it. Because I mean, if he's just like, whatever,
one of his or one of the 8.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I would think that would. See, I don't know. I actually think that you do need a court to be able to actually suss this out. I think that this is the appropriate place to put it. I mean, it's kind of like us talking about it like it's just opinion, but I mean, I think that there does need to be some legal definitions, if for no other reason than just to figure out how this copyright claiming shit works.
Well, I'm guessing that Solid Oak Studios is probably going to win the debate. They have the precedent with THQ already.
I don't know. Did
THQ settle out of court for the $20,000?
I believe they did.
Then it's not.
No,
it's over.
Yeah,
it's done.
If the player signs that, okay, you can use my likeness, then the artist should go after the player, not the company.
I just keep going back to like a picture of someone in a magazine. Like, would that qualify?
I wonder if it's a difference between a photograph and an actual like recreation of them.
Yeah, I it really is. It's kind of legally very murky waters, and so I think we do actually need something like this sent to the courts. So,
almost 3 months after the launch of the game, the new DLC pack for Star Wars Battlefront has finally been announced for February. It will feature new costumes for Han and Luke, the ability to make private matches, finally, Tatooine survival maps. Right?
It took that
fucking
long
already. Yeah.
It took that fucking long.
Mm-hmm. The Tatooine survival map is being expanded to support Blast, Droid Run, Drop Zone, Hero Hunt, Heroes and Villains multiplayer modes. It's also going to include the introduction of daily challenges and community events, as well as some balance tweaks. Furthermore, they've announced a new Hoth multiplayer map and a new survival mission on Hoth, with Endor coming as a multiplayer map in March.
Still does not justify the final fucking price tag, especially because it hasn't even had private matches yet. That is mind-blowing.
I cannot believe that the game did not launch with private matches. How is that possible?
I don't know.
Even like MGO's beta had that.
I forget who I was watching somebody's YouTube video the other day, and they were saying, you know, just the addition of bots would have been incredibly helpful to Battlefront.
Oh, right. Bots, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that thing that went away in like fucking 2003 for no reason.
The bots were fucking awful in the old ones, but at least they were there.
Okay, but who said that they wanted bots to just go away forever? Like, make bots better.
I think people are realizing that programming AI sucks.
I mean, when you think about it, like Unreal Tournament was basically mostly an online package,
Absolutely.
And when you took it offline, it was basically bot mode. And now I'm just parroting this person's video. I think it was Jim Sterling, but I'm not sure.
But like Unreal Tournament, like first of all, Unreal Tournament usually was a free-to-play game. Like wasn't UT 2K4? Wasn't that free?
No, not on its release. No way. No way. I mean, maybe after a while they made gold like so cheap, but yeah, no, it wasn't free.
Oh,
I don't think.
Okay.
Anyway, but I like I said, I think that bot behavior would be better now. I think the programming is way better and cleaner now, and yeah, I wonder why. Especially with the move to multiplayer-only games like Evolve, like your Battlefronts, like Battlefield. Why not just put bots in there and you've got another game mode?
They don't even have to be good.
No, they really don't.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of DICE, they've announced...
Nobody was speaking of DICE.
That's who made Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh.
What?
They made Star Wars Battlefront.
DICE did?
Yes.
I thought DICE make dice.
Is the DICE Summit is it held by the same people?
Well, unless there's another company that's just 4 capital letters DICE. That's who made Star Wars Battlefront.
The EA made stuff.
Well, they own yeah.
He's a distributor
I'm not so sure on that one, homie.
Okay, well, anyway, you're on a roll,
all right,
so
whatever.
keep going talking about DICE.
So DICE says they've announced that both Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro will be at the DICE Summit on February 16th to the 18th to discuss their creative visions. Fans are hopeful that they may get some word on a possible collaboration between the two artists, who were at one time slated to create a new Silent Hill game for Konami.
I just want to hear any shit talking on Konami that they may do. I mean, I can almost guarantee there has to be shit talking on Konami. How can you get these two dudes in the same room, so clearly disappointed by everything that Konami has put them through in the last 2 years? How do you not at least get some shots fired against Konami?
I would have to think there would have.
There's gonna. Granted, Hideo may not be able to say anything, but I think Del Toro will.
Yeah.
If I had to place bets,
I could see Del Toro just going off on shit and like Kojima just standing there like nodding like slowly like.
Yeah. It's not going to be Silent Hills, guys. Just stop. It's not. No. It's never going to be Silent Hills. That game is dead. It's gone. It'll be named something else. It'll probably be just as awesome and inventive. But no, that game is just done.
Yep.
That game has been expunged from the face of the earth.
Metal Gear?
No.
Don't.
Metal Gear?
Don't.
No.
Metal Gear.
Batman Arkham Knight has officially been canceled for Mac and Linux ports after numerous delays and ongoing issues with the Windows release of the game.
Shocking.
The publishers have decided to outright cancel the ports, and those who pre-ordered may apply for a refund via Steam.
Get it.
Don't pre-order games.
Stop pre-ordering. Yeah, just stop pre-ordering everything. Yeah. Just stop it.
And while we're on that train of thought, don't ever buy into early access games. Oh my
that too.
God, they're so bad.
A lot of there's a lot of garbage on Steam Greenlight and early access. It's totally like they need a way to organize it better because like there's just no way to be able to filter out the shit.
No, they just need to not allow early access games on Steam because obviously the developers can't handle that responsibility.
No, they really can't. They just use it as a quick cash grab.
Yep.
Like those Kickstarter developers who wasted all of their money on Coke, booze, and hookers.
Yeah.
The developers of Ant Simulator.
Oh yeah.
We're never gonna get Ant Simulator, guys.
Darn.
It's never gonna be a thing because the developers decided that they wanted to spend their money wisely on Coke and hookers instead of developing Ant Simulator.
You know what? They just
Thank
need to
God.
give you Sim Ant on the game again.
Yes,
like, there you go.
Sim Ant was awesome.
Sim Ant was a great game. Let's play that, and you just give me.
There's nothing else you can improve upon.
Just give me a little blow and a hooker. I'll be fine.
There you go.
I won't be. I didn't give to your campaign, but just give it to me anyway. Anyway.
Lastly, Bethesda has managed to prove their customer service is about as stable as their code. A customer named Paul Watson received a warped vinyl disc with his collector's edition of Fallout 4. Only the first disc was warped, and he was required to provide photographic evidence of it to get a refund. However, he was only refunded a quarter of the cost of the game because only one of the discs was warped. He was then informed he would have to destroy the other 3 discs and take pictures to prove it and receive a full refund. He did so and was reimbursed the full cost of the game.
What?
Yeah. And when you see the pictures, the records are smashed, and as a record fan, record buyer, it breaks my heart. I mean, like, you can see it next to Callie's head. I've got a nice big stack of records right there, and as a record fan, it made me very sad.
Bethesda, what the hell? Really? You're like, that is so spiteful. Like, no, you can't have the other vinyls then. You don't get to have any of them.
Yeah.
Okay, did he want like a disc, like a new one, or did he just want?
No, he just wanted. I think he just wanted the cash back.
Okay, well then, yeah, destroy your shit. You don't get everything. You don't get 3 discs and your money back.
Well,
no,
I wonder
good on Bethesda. Fuck them.
I wonder if they offer to send him just the disc. Like, we'll send you.
If that's the case,
I would have wanted.
If that's the case, that would have been fair.
Yeah.
Straight up, you get what you paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they're like,
no, smash your shit.
First of all, they do issue a refund saying, all right, it's all set. And then he checks his credit card statement to find out that he was only refunded a quarter of the game's cost.
Oh, my God.
Because only one of the discs was damaged.
Can you imagine that follow-up call? Like, hi, yeah, this is Carl, such and such. Yeah, I called last week. I've got a ticket number. It's 7654. You guys told me that you would be giving me a refund for my warped disc. I even went the extra mile, sent you the picture of it in the email. Yeah, you got the right one. So why was it that I was only refunded like $12?
Well, sir, only one of your 4 discs was damaged, so we refunded you a quarter of the cost.
So
that's fair.
So wait a minute. So, but I want a full refund because you sold me a product that is. I mean, it's essentially incomplete.
Well, absolutely, sir. We will definitely send you a full refund, but you will have to provide photographic evidence that you've destroyed the other 3 discs.
Wait, hang on. So, in order to get a full refund, I have to. What?
Yes, you have to take a sledgehammer, and along with your hopes and dreams, we'd like you to go ahead and smash those discs and send us pictures.
Bethesda, secretly Satan.
You know what? That's pretty metal. Hey, you know what? If you want your refund, just destroy it and let me see it. I'd be down for that. Yeah, let me see your.
I wonder if he just destroyed like went out to a record store, bought 3 shitty vinyls for like 5 cents a piece, and destroyed them.
Come on. There's no record stores anymore. You can't buy vinyl anymore.
You can find them at certain thrift shops and things.
Right down Hipster Alley. Next to the Fedora shop that Anero shop's at.
It's right across the street from the vape shop.
God, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Douchey Scarves Are Us on the corner.
That's it for the news.
That's it for the news. Thank you, Callie, with the news. So we have talked about some of the changes that we're going to be making to the show moving forward now that we're going to become a weekly show starting in March, by the way. For February, you're going to get another show in 2 weeks. That's going to be super exciting because Chucks is going to have to sit through that show. Chris is going to have to sit through that show.
We were doing so good.
So close. Chris is going to have to sit through that show with a fresh tattoo on his back.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Is that going to suck?
It may. It might. I don't know. I don't know what to prepare you for.
Since we're obviously not doing mini encounter casts anymore, and I do want to make good on the $150 that I gave.
Yes, the duct taping.
The duct tape. I think, assuming I'm not completely burned from the tattoo, I'll do that show duct tape to the chair.
All right,
that works.
Fair enough. So anyway, we are going to be making the show a lot more regularly. So if you're just kind of stumbling across the show for the first time, wandering in here on a random click, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you've liked what we've been laying down. But hit that follow button, come back with us, hang out with us all the time. We're actually streaming a ton of gameplay here on the channel as well. So we invite you to come back. I know it's been weird being once a month. Like that's a hard schedule to adjust to, like, as a listener. I understand that. So once we go weekly, I really hope that we'll be attracting a nice big crowd each and every single week when we're live here on Sundays. But in keeping with that, we want to keep the show a little tighter and a little more. The 3 hours felt really long for this show.
The show was very bloated.
Yes, it was. It was very bloated. We were trying to kill as much time as possible, and so we're just we're aiming for about an hour and a half. And so I thought we might take a chance today to talk about Final Fantasy 15. There's been a lot of Final Fantasy, not a ton of like meaningful Final Fantasy 15 news, but there's been some advancement. I mean, this fucking game has been in development for who knows how long. I mean, it was part of the.
It was announced back when Final Fantasy 13 was announced.
Yeah.
This was 13 verses, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis, and then it spun off into FF15, and now it's still just, it's taking forever and we're just learning little tidbits. We got the demo that came out with Type 0, and now we've got a new trailer that seems to be changing up the battle, the combat again.
Does it change it up a bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it something a little different than you might expect?
Yeah. So, by the way, there is going to be something called an Active Time Report live stream that's going to be taking. That was on Saturday 30th. Sorry.
There was a thing called.
There was a thing. Yeah. No, but what was the thing that was hosted by Jeff Keighley? I thought there was going to be an event that was hosted by Keighley, or is this it?
I thought that was that.
Oh, maybe it is.
I think you're making sure.
I know that. Well, they have the thing where they're going to do an event to announce the release date.
That's the one, and that has Keighley. Yeah, that has Keighley. When is that supposed to be? I thought that was that first
March.
It's going to be in March. They already announced that they're going to announce the release date.
Exactly. Yes,
it will be announced in March.
They announced an announcement.
Where does SE get off doing that?
This is fucking ridiculous.
When's the last time you guys put out a good console Final Fantasy game?
Bingo.
Yeah. It's going to be held at the Shrine Auditorium on March 30th in Los Angeles, hosted by Greg Miller of Kind of Funny Games and Tim Geddes. They're going to be hosting it together. Starts at 7 p.m., which, again, how crazy arrogant to not actually announce anything about your game, but just announce the announcement.
Oh, hold on. Doesn't Final Fantasy 14 do this, where they announce a live letter date? Where they're going to announce stuff?
But they don't hold an event to announce an announcement.
Yeah, they just post it like, by the way, live letters this day.
Yeah, if they held a...
If they don't tell us when the live letters are, then we'd never know.
If they held a duty commenced to be able to announce a live letter, that would be silly.
They do a live letter and only announce the next live letter.
Well, the thing is also that we actually do get some information and images from the live letter, and then at the end they'll say, oh, and by the way, here's the release date. They don't say, we're going to make a whole live letter just to tell you the release date. Please look forward to it, which is pretty much exactly what this is going to be. It's an event literally just to say, here's the release date. I'm hoping they give us like new content and images from the game too, but who knows if that will.
Square Enix's head is so far up its own ass at this point that they're just like, yeah, we can have an event to announce an event, right? That's cool. That's like normal people do this, right?
I think they just like partying at Square Enix. They just like to have parties.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe at this event where they announce something, they'll also show some trailer or something. It might not just be the date.
Maybe, but what was this event that they just had? Did they do anything else other than announce the release date?
Well, they can give you more.
Was this trailer released at that event too?
Or
was this released at something separate? It was something separate, wasn't it?
I honestly, I don't know. I sincerely have no idea. I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out if this event literally just announced the release, the announcement for the release.
Pretty sure it did, because I'm pretty sure that it was totally unconnected.
Well, to be fair, like this announcement of the announcement came out of nowhere, and I would really appreciate an announcement to announce the announcement of the
announcement
of the release date. You dumbass! Pay attention. This isn't hard to follow.
No, not at all. It's not confusing in the least.
You see, this is why we didn't need an announcement, because you're confused. Gosh.
Anyway, no, yeah. This trailer just started kind of appearing different places, but why don't we take an opportunity to watch it here?
Okay, let's take a look at it.
We're watching it.
We're gonna watch it now.
It's going through the thing.
He's announcing that we're watching it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Kali.
I swear this game looks familiar.
Yeah.
This reminds me.
Oh, good. A cover button. That's just what we need. Cover. Great. Awesome.
No, that means like hide behind things.
Yeah, because I'm not so sick of that mechanic being in every goddamn third-person game ever made.
Right, but this is very much like there's some Metal Gear action going on here.
Yeah, we're aware.
Final Fantasy Metal Gear, great.
And look at those big robots. They're totally like Metal Gear robots.
Yes, yeah. I know. It's
I'm
silly.
excited.
Really?
Yes, really.
Why?
Because this looks so cool.
You're excited for them to rip off another game?
But once they get into the battle, it's different. Like, it's like a combination of Metal Gear, Assassin's Creed, and Final Fantasy.
And Dynasty Warriors. And Halo.
So basically they're taking all the good things of the games we love and putting them into one game. Smart move.
So it doesn't look nothing like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Good. The Final Fantasy that we currently see, nobody likes. So let's change it.
Dude, I don't know, man. I've been wanting I wanted more Final Fantasy in my Final Fantasy, not less Final Fantasy in my Final Fantasy. I mean, like, honestly, like all I want, dude, I just fucking just make Lost Odyssey 2, okay? Just Miss Walker, can you please just make Lost Odyssey 2 so that I can get a good turn-based RPG? Is that possible?
But this also, to me, is a callback of, like, in FF7 when you had to, like, hide behind the things and hide away from the soldiers in the Shinra building where you're, like, going behind each other.
That 3-minute segment, we can have a whole game based on that.
No, it's just a callback to it. And then look at all this sweet battle system.
Okay.
It feels very Kingdom Heartsy.
It does feel very Kingdom Heartsy. It does feel very FF13, but I mean, like...
Does it feel very Final Fantasy VII Remake?
And then it has those cool finishers
remake.
like in The Witcher. Like, it's seriously like the best parts of every game put into one, and I'm so fucking stoked.
I don't see that.
There's nothing bad about this game.
I don't see that at all. All I see is just like nothing that looks like a Final Fantasy game at all.
That's okay. No, the design of the characters and the weapons are totally Final Fantasy. Like, those uniforms are like totally a Final Fantasy type of uniform.
Like, did they really have to have 4 dudes all be dressed the same way?
You know what this is? This is a classic case of a Square Enix release that does not need to have Final Fantasy in the title.
Yeah.
That's what this is. If this does not have Final Fantasy in the title, I'm probably really okay with it.
That is a great point, Nate. Thank you very much for that.
No, you're right. That's
well, okay, but what kind of game do you want that will keep the Final Fantasy title, or do you think they should just drop Final Fantasy altogether as a franchise?
I've been arguing that for like 3 games.
Because, like, gaming has evolved, Final Fantasy needs to evolve, and that's what this is doing, and I think they're doing a good job.
No, well, you know what Final Fantasy needs to do? It needs to get more fucking Bravely Default in it.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. That's really what Final Fantasy as a series has been lacking. Why is it that we all suddenly decided around 2004 that turn-based combat is a bad thing?
We didn't decide it.
Well, it had to do with the evolution of the way that people want, like, especially when we were talking about Final Fantasy 14, people want the instant gratification. They want the faster, quicker paced gaming and things like that. And when you have a game where literally it's 4 discs long, but legitimately half of the game time is spent wandering around fighting random ass bosses because of the ATB, like, that's not what anybody wants in a game anymore.
That's exactly what I want.
I beg to differ. Yeah, Bravely Default begs to differ.
But Bravely Default is a mobile game. Like, that's something you could play on a car ride or a plane ride.
Why
I would not want my platformer to be like that.
But why? I do. I want a full HD PS4 AAA experience that
with an ATV.
Yes.
Fuck that.
I would play that.
That's Lost Odyssey. That's Lost
90s.
Odyssey.
Like, I'm so done with turn-based.
It's Lost Odyssey.
So done with it.
Did you play Lost Odyssey, Nika? Did you?
No.
Okay. Then
it's awesome.
I mean, like, there is no reason that action-based combat needs to be the thing that rules the day. There's no reason for it. It's a choice. All it is a choice. No, it's not. No, it's not.
So boring. Like, when you seriously can just close your eyes
then it's not.
and hit.
Then it's not a game.
Your controller and you can close your eyes and go X X X X.
Then it's not a game for you.
What a fucking boring game,
Nika. Then it's not a.
Nobody wants that shit anymore.
Oh. So you're speaking for me now.
I'm speaking for the majority of platform games.
Nika speaks for the majority now.
So did you contact every single person, Nika?
Let's hang on.
Myself and my husband have done a lot of looking into this. He and I have had discussions about this a lot.
Let's just take a poll around a straw poll around the room. Hell, we'll even put it into the chat room.
Yeah, okay.
Who thinks here in this room that turn-based combat is all the time blanketly boring and will never ever have a place on a AAA title?
I just think it's a lot better as a mobile game.
Is that an aye or a nay from you, Nika?
What?
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay? Who in this
turn-based is only good for mobile devices at this point. Anyone who thinks that turn-based is awesome is literally just thinking, when I was a kid, back when the days were great, and with my nostalgia glasses turned up high, these games were fantastic, so I want them now. And you're going to get it, and it's going to suck.
Nope.
Again, we're thinking of Lost Odyssey, which was awesome.
Yeah, Bravely Default was awesome. Lost Odyssey was awesome.
Turn-based works on mobile devices. On a PS4, something with its graphics are so... The
Lost Odyssey,
is so turned up for this.
Nika, Lost Odyssey is a AAA developed game that was on the Xbox 360. It didn't sell well because people at that time were so convinced that turn-based was dead. That was like when every fucking gaming media organization was like, yeah, turn-based is done.
Proof that nobody wanted turn-based?
No, it was proof that the gaming media had finished with turn-based and the industry had moved on from turn-based. That was not to say that the people who were playing the games said, oh, this isn't a viable way to play this. That was a minor studio that was developing a AAA title. It had way more to go wrong. If that game had come out from Square Enix, it would have done really well. But it came out from Mistwalker Studios, and nobody knew who the fuck Mistwalker was. Unless you knew who Hironobu Sakaguchi was. That's it. Those were the only people who really knew what the fuck was up with Lost Odyssey when it came out. Lost Odyssey is a fantastic game, and it could still work. That formula still works. It's not a dead formula.
There are ways to make it quicker pace. Like FF10's turn-based wasn't horrible because you could switch characters mid-battle, you could change the order that people lined up, and it was okay. But like, I'm just thinking back to like the old PS1 games and like FF7. I feel like that turn-based was so long, and all I had to do was mash X. I was bored out of my mind 80% of the game. Like.
Well,
even today, when I replayed the game,
I'm not saying you can't improve upon the old turn-based system. Like, I'm not saying it has to be four people lined up.
Propose to me a turn-based system that works with today's like engine and powerful graphics and all that. Propose to me a turn-based system.
I'm gonna just propose a fucking ATB system because that's all you fucking need. It would work, and it would work really well. And guess what? If you think that you're just bored hitting an X button, don't fucking buy it. Don't play it.
Well, that's what
I wouldn't be bored by that because there's more at play. It's a very tactical style of gameplay. It's not this shitty.
No, it's not.
It's not this shitty fucking.
It's not tactical at all.
Are you gonna just talk over me while I try to make my points? Is that just what's gonna happen here?
Your points are screaming at me. I can't hear your points when you're screaming.
Because you're talking. Stop talking for a second.
If you stop talking over me, I'll stop screaming.
I don't respond to people screaming.
Stop talking over me. Do I need to mute you? Is that what needs to happen? Do I need to actually pull your volume down?
If you mute me, I turn off my cam and I walk.
Well, boo-hoo. But here's the thing, okay? An ATB system still fucking works. And you know what? It's to me, I like that style of gameplay. And you know what? That's an opinion. It can't be wrong. Okay? So if you're saying that there's not an audience out there is an audience out there because people played Bravely Default.
I'm not saying there's not an audience. Okay, I'm saying there's not a big enough audience.
You just said you spoke for everyone, and that nobody wanted that.
Not everyone.
You speak for the majority.
With nostalgia glasses.
How fucking
that
arrogant!
Still likes it.
How
but
arrogant
it's not a big
of you,
enough
Nika?
Audience to sell.
Okay, hey, everyone. All right, the polls are in. Turn-based combat is always boring and has no place in AAA titles. Yes or no? It says no. 38 votes. 72% of people polled in the chat.
Okay, and our chat is not a very big demographic as well. Like
our chat is Final Fantasy players. Like our audience is so fucking rooted in Final Fantasy, they're exactly the people that you want to ask. It is a viable gameplay type. And just saying that it's dead because you don't want to play. If they released it, Nika, you would fucking play it. I guarantee it. You would play it and you might enjoy it.
I don't know. I still haven't played Bravely Default that's one of the reasons, actually. Secondly, that I just feel like the with the powerful engines of current games, wasting it on a game where your character stands still and you wait to input commands is a waste of technology. It's not worth it anymore.
Oh, okay, cool. So we get the same tired cover systems and sneaking, detection shit that is in every other fucking action game. We get the same battle systems that have been repeated. That's basically the same battle system from Type 0.
How is that tired, but turn-based isn't tired out? Like,
Because
that
you
is
can
so much
change
more
all the
overdone than
mechanics and
this.
Because,
turn-based.
Nico, we've had a 10-year break from turn-based games. A 10-year break. They've not been made. That's why. There's this whole... Everyone is so obsessed with recapturing nostalgia. That would be a huge nostalgia play. That's why I think people would like it, because they haven't encountered it. They haven't encountered it. They haven't encountered it in a long time.
Like, the only reason people think it's still good is because of the nostalgia.
No.
They're going to release Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 16 completely turn-based like FF7, and people will be bored out of their mind.
If Bravely Default tanked, I think you could probably justify that stance, but Bravely Default didn't tank.
Again,
it was a
I do
commercial
think that
success.
Mobile gaming is different because you're spending so much time on like in a road trip where you can sit there on your mobile game and waste time.
But I sat in front of my TV playing Bravely Default.
That was your choice. But what I'm saying is like it lends itself better to a mobile platform than to like a big platforming game.
I mean, that may be true in function, but that doesn't mean that a game can't be successful like that. I think if you made a Final Fantasy title that was turn-based and you put it on a console, even if you gave it chintzy, shitty little sprite graphics, like they've been doing with like Final Fantasy Unlimited or whatever the fuck that thing is. The one
Final Fantasy World?
Yeah, Final Fantasy Worlds, whatever. Yeah. You know, like you could even do it that way. They've been getting a lot. Like the fact of the matter is that they've used the exact same engine between Bravely Default and the Final Fantasy remakes, the 3 and the 4. They've been using it for that new Adventures of Mana that they just put out, which was Final Fantasy Adventures redone. They've been getting a lot of mileage out of that engine, and so you know, like clearly they've made a lot of shit for that, and they made a lot of stuff that's like appropriate for mobile platforms. But if you take that gameplay and you apply the same amount of budget and the same amount of resources to it that you would a AAA title, I think you would be a remarkably successful. And Final Fantasy World doesn't even really count in my book because it's not a true Final Fantasy game.
The chat is basically like screaming to that Persona series is turn-based AAA and successful.
There you go.
Pokemon is turn-based.
But isn't I'm not sure much about Persona to be able to argue that point, but doesn't that have like a more specific reason for it being turn-based?
No.
Like, could Persona work as an action game and the story and everything would still be the same?
It would work about as well as a Final Fantasy game being turned into a fucking action game, and they made that work. They shoehorned it until it worked.
I have a question. Is Suikoden turn-based?
It is.
Is it good?
It was for its time. If there was a new... Same reason I like all the Final Fantasies that have been turn-based. However, if they released a new Suikoden, I absolutely would not want it turn-based. Absolutely not. That would be so old and
So
wasted.
you would want, you know, like Dynasty Warriors combat out of that.
I don't know.
Hack and slash.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, hack and slash. Kingdom Hearts. Fine. Kingdom Hearts style combat.
That would totally work with Suikoden.
Isn't there 108 characters in that game?
Yeah, but you only take like 4 to 6 to 8 at a time depending on the game. So you wouldn't use 108 characters.
Well, it's never happening because we're never getting another Suikoden game.
Yeah, don't crush my feels, guys.
So, but anyway, so yeah, this is a Final Fantasy game that does not look like a fucking Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, that's a good point that we're trying to make here. With
But the thing, okay, but to be fair, people wanted something new after FF12, okay, or after FF10. They tried FF13, and that battle system was horrendous, okay? And so they're like, okay, we tried something new, it failed, so let's take the good things. Like, it's just really weird the way that people's we wants go. Like, they wanted something new, they gave them something new, they hated it, and now they want the old again. So I'm like, how can they win if that's the case? There's no winning for a Square Enix.
Well, you know, they could start by not having their fucking games on 13-year development cycles. We could start there. Like, if maybe if they could actually put a game to fucking market that they start. I just have no faith in Square Enix anymore. Squaresoft was a great company. It was a phenomenal company. They made great games. The minute that this company became Square Enix, it was the downslide.
They need to have 1-year development cycles like the Assassin's Creed series.
Jeez.
Great.
It does, you know, it does kind of make you wonder that, like, once you have all of the assets and all of the, you know, the engines. I mean, think about the amount of time and money that they've put into developing their own engines in the last 10 years, and for them to all just be not successful in the marketplace. Like, nobody outside of Square Enix uses any of those tools. That's why you make those tools, is to license them out to other companies.
Right.
And what do other companies just use? They just fuck it. Just use Unreal 4.
Yeah, so it's straight up, the Unreal Engine exists, and it's awesome.
Because it's better.
Yeah.
Objectively, it's always been better. Even when it was Unreal 3, it was better. And I think they've stopped playing that game. But you know what? I really don't know that Square Enix has the talent in-house anymore to develop good games. I just don't think they do. I am not. I mean,
maybe, but I have a very high hopes for 15. Very high hopes.
Don't at all. At all. This is, I haven't been interested at all in 15, and nothing in this trailer makes me go, yeah.
I'm where you're at. Like,
see,
Nate,
every
I could
single
not get
second
into
of
this
that
game.
trailer excited me. Every single second.
Can we just talk about the characters in 15? Because, like, ignoring the fact that, boy band, whatever, I don't care about that.
You mean just the fact that they're copy and pasted among
yeah,
one another?
Like, their hairstyles are different, and they're all wearing black, and that they're like.
Well, they are invading a military base.
Well,
but do they have to? Do they have to?
I mean, in the fucking car, they're all wearing like black trench coats.
They're like that out in the open world.
Yeah.
Do they honestly look like they're going to need to look like they're going to a My Chemical Romance show? I really don't think that that's necessary. Like, why? Their hair is the worst. The worst. It's that Justin Bieber, like, hanging down with bangs in front of your face, kind of swoop to the side, and all of these characters are going to be so disaffected and just like not fucking care about.
Yeah,
anything.
Nate, I don't know if you've looked around, but hair in the world today is the fucking worst.
Well, no. If these characters were designed off of modern hairstyles, they would all have the undercut. None of them would have any hair on the sides of the back of their head, and they would all they would all look like shitty 50s greasers, because that's all any haircut is these days. It's just the fucking stupid undercut, and I hate it. I hate it. But I don't hate it as much as I hated the fucking emo bangs. God damn it.
I love those.
Oh, I hate. You know what? I'm sorry. If you ever rock that shit, just like destroy every picture of yourself with that. Like, it's just embarrassing. It's terrible. I feel really bad for anyone who was ever into that at any point in time. Like, just take it with your UFO pants and your My Chemical Romance CDs and Dashboard Confessional albums and just throw it into a big fire. Do yourself a favor, so no one can ever find it. I really don't like any of these characters. There's not a single character that I like.
We don't know anything about them, though.
Oh,
we know they all look the same.
Yeah, I can tell that I'm going to hate all of them, and they're going to be insufferable.
I don't even care. Like, they could be insufferable or whatever, but like, I can't tell them apart right now. Like, if you're gonna have only 4 characters, and they're gonna be like the only 4 characters you ever have, you have to make them look different. Like, have your official art or whatever, and differentiate them.
Yeah.
Remember when you first saw Kimari?
Yeah, you know what? Fine.
Like,
it's a
super
fucking blue
different
thing. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Giant blue tiger man. All right, cool.
Sure,
He's
whatever.
in my party.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he's god awful.
Well, yeah.
I just one kind of quick last question, just as an opinion from you guys. You think this whole like emo hair thing, like did that come out of like people trying to replicate anime hair in real life? Like, is that where that came from?
It's how like the Japanese pop star guys wear their hair. Like all the Final Fantasy characters from like 7 onward were based off of Japanese pop stars.
But there were dorks in high school when I was going to high school that had that shitty haircut. So, like, it's been around for a while.
Doesn't that awful person of the pharmaceuticals have like an emo haircut?
The what?
The guy that got thrown in jail for...
Oh, Shkreli.
Yeah, Shkreli.
Oh!
Douchebag.
That guy.
He does have that haircut.
He does.
He does, yeah.
And he is totally insufferable. All right. So, FF15, I think a lot of us are really nervous about it. So
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
And when it's really awesome, you guys will eat your words. Yeah, you
I'm
will.
not too worried about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that I've played that haven't been awesome. And so I feel like this is a much safer bet for me, just to go, it's not going to be awesome.
I mean,
and
I'm
we have a bad
probably
history
digging
with
myself into a hole, though, because I thought 13 was going to be awesome, and look how that turned out. So
yeah, see, exactly. That's what trust.
But this looks way better.
And I
actually played a demo. They didn't give us a demo of 13, did they?
No.
No, they did not.
No.
So, yeah.
But I mean, the system does look pretty changed from that demo. I'm not into it. I'm so not into it. All right, that's going to put an end cap on our Final Fantasy 15 discussion. We'll read one or two emails here, but I do want to take a call. We've had this person holding for a while. I realized it as we were getting into the topic. I should have taken this call before we started the topic. But let's talk to X-Fon. Hey, what's going on, X-Fon? No?
From the Great White North, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for giving Final Encountercast a call.
Hey, I'm actually kind of excited to be on the show. Gonna fanboy a little bit. I love what you guys do, and I've been listening to your Final Encountercast since it started, and it's just gotten better and better.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. We're trying.
Oh, thank you. So glad you could drop by. What's on your mind?
Wow, that was God damn, that was an oddly on the nose drop. What is on your mind today, X-Fon?
Well, I got triggered last episode when you guys went over the gaming news and you were talking about Mortal Kombat 10, and you're like, hey, what's going on with Mortal Kombat 10? They're adding new characters. Nobody cares.
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, okay.
Are you one of the 3 people who cares?
Mortal Kombat 10 is doing good, man. It's got a really active community, and they've been really good at keeping the game up to date, and this is how they do it. They add more characters, because there's not much else you can do with a fighting game. The format's kind of set.
Okay, well... okay, go ahead.
Well, beyond that, they actually, Ed Boon went in recently, and they completely redid the netcode for better connections. So, I mean, it's obvious that there's a community behind this, FGC's small, but it's really dedicated. So I'm just wondering, do you guys play any fighting games?
No, I am very bad at fighting games. I will cop to that immediately. So no, I don't tend to play them. But here I do.
I play Tekken.
You bring up an interesting point that I do kind of want to kind of highlight, is that I think Mortal Kombat is in a position where that game sold okay. It wasn't a disaster, but it wasn't like everyone was running out and buying Mortal Kombat 10. Right?
I'm sure the studio made back their money on Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure that they did okay. Mortal Kombat definitely has an audience. It has a following. I mean, it was the biggest fucking fighting game in the 90s. So yeah, people still play it. But here's the thing, okay, that Mortal Kombat is in a position, and games that are that they have kind of a middle of the road audience. I think that they have to be better about DLC and the way that they approach it and supporting their game long term, because they have more to lose if they don't support it well, right? Like Battlefront, EA is just like, fuck it, we can print money, we don't really give a shit how this game does. Screw it. Well, if we don't make this back on the sales of the game alone, we're going to make it back on microtransactions, because we're going to nickel and dime these motherfuckers for all they're worth, okay? Yep. But then you look at something like CD Projekt Red and The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 was, when it was coming out, it wasn't people weren't it wasn't an anxiously awaited title.
I beg to differ.
No, you were a fan of the series, and fans of the series were all about it. But The Witcher 3 was a lot of people's first exposition to the Witcher series at all. And so they have really good, with that company is they're really good at their marketing.
Exactly. Because when The Witcher 2 came out, it was the same deal, because that was the first time it ever came out on Xbox. So what I've noticed about The Witcher trailer specifically is they target, the trailers are based for people who have never played any of the games before. And they do a good job of hyping people into the series.
But this is also a company, it's CD Projekt Red. They're not a Rockstar. They're not your EAs, your IDOSes, right? They're
in Poland.
They're in Poland. They're a bit scrappier. They've got a bit more to prove, and they think outside the box. And they've always supported their games very creatively and very well with DLC. And I think they have to be. And it's going to be, to me, interesting moving forward now that The Witcher 3 was a huge commercial success. And I mean, commercial success to the point where people started to reverse their thinking about consoles and their future viability in the marketplace. For a long time, people were saying consoles are dead. Consoles don't have any more viability. Everything's moving to the PC. And then Fallout 4 and The Witcher 3 came out, and then there's been this huge resurgence in consoles are still very, very viable as a platform. It moved consoles. Okay? So when you're at that point, then that's when I think companies start to slack on the DLC. They start to slack on their support end of their game. And they start doing things like EA does with Battlefront. Blech. So it's going to be interesting to me to see how CD Projekt Red continues that trend moving forward. That was my only point. I agree that they have always supported their game very well, Nika.
All right, now I have a question. How is the fighting game community with Mortal Kombat 10? Because
it's big.
Is it big?
Big? Wrong.
Yeah,
How big is big?
like Mortal Kombat 9 when they released it, that was kind of like the resurgence of Mortal Kombat, because I don't know if you know this, but Mortal Kombat had like Mortal Kombat 3 and then sort of disappeared off the radar because the 3D ones were absolute hot garbage.
Right.
Yeah, we don't talk
Sub-Zero Mythologies. That was a great game.
We don't talk about those.
No, we don't need to.
Yeah, nobody talks about it. Mortal Kombat 9 comes back. I bought it. I actually haven't played 10, but I watch a lot of FGC streamers play it, and it looks great. They did some different things with fighting games too, as they added, they made it so that every character has like 3 unique modes, and you choose one of those modes, and you get access to different special moves and combos. So you get sort of like a matchup system, or some characters might play a certain way with the different moves that you like. So you get a little bit of a strategic variety there in number 10.
If I recall, what we were making fun of on that episode wasn't that they were adding characters. It was what characters they were adding. This wasn't like they were adding Noob Saibot or Reptile back into the game.
Right.
They were adding in, was it Jason Voorhees?
Yeah, it was Jason Voorhees and Xenomorph.
Okay. And the Xenomorph, yeah.
By the way, how does the Xenomorph play? I'm kind of curious.
Tell me he's OP.
I wouldn't know. I don't have it, and he's not out yet, as far as I know.
He's not out yet.
I just assumed he was out.
Okay.
Okay.
So they added Triborg, which is the 3 cyborgs that were previously in Mortal Kombat. So there are Mortal Kombat characters coming in.
Right.
The first one had Tremor and God, I can't remember. I think it was Rain or something. Like characters that are supposed to be in there. And the first one had Jason Voorhees and the Predator. And
can't wait for
Ermac
to show up.
I'm kind of excited about those. I can't. Ermac's already in the game. They have Ermac in there.
Glad that joke's still running.
Yeah,
it's really not. So they had Voorhees and the Predator in the first combat pack, and I don't know. I kind of like the idea that you can take your favorite slasher movie characters or horror movie characters and play them in a setting that's appropriate to the character. Like, you wanted to watch Voorhees beat down on someone who actually stands a chance. How about this dude with, like, I don't know, shoots hooks out of his hands and like is a demon from hell? That's fun to
Man, you're right. Pinhead versus Jason Voorhees would be great.
Okay, like, see, in my opinion, like, I feel like that kind of like
then why not just
muddies
is it still Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat's name, and like kind of like tarnishes like its credibility in the fighting game community.
Let's bring in Bela Lugosi's Dracula. How about that one? Is that a good fighting character? How about
the Blob?
Yeah, the Blob. No, the Blob's a good one. How about Laurel and Hardy? Like, just as like weird side characters, right? Because they had a lot of
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
a lot of adventures with the monster. Yeah, the Wolf
Abbott
Man.
and Costello.
Abbott and Costello too. Yep, there you go. So I mean, they're all perfectly viable as fighting characters. Why not?
No, I disagree, because Bela Lugosi's Dracula is not a violent character per se. Like, you have to look at the level of intensity and the violence that Mortal Kombat's about, and that's where the Predator, Aliens, Jason Voorhees all fit in. So that's why I say, okay, yeah, cool, put them in. They don't appear in the story mode, because that would be stupid. But they are also adding canonic Mortal Kombat characters in with every combat pack. It's like a 2-to-2 ratio. So you get 2 fun characters and 2 characters that are actually in the story.
It's no worse than Darth Vader being in Soul Calibur, but that wasn't great either.
No, that was a very weird crossover, wasn't it? There was one version
Vader
that had Yoda.
Yeah, Vader and Yoda were in Soul Calibur.
That is
Yoda was
weird.
cancer. Straight cancer.
Yeah, because Oddjob was such a good idea in GoldenEye. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, so
did you?
I had a couple more points. I wanted to ask Robbie and Chris if they play any fighting games first and foremost, because Nika and you kind of ran with it.
Robbie doesn't really play any games. No, not really any fighting games. Not too much. I play Smash Brothers, which is obviously more of a fighting game than Dissidia.
Shut up!
Okay.
Don't even.
Last thing I wanted to quickly run by you guys, has anybody heard of Rising Thunder?
No.
No.
Can't say I have.
Is it in my pants?
What?
It is, as I like to call it, the fighting game designed for 30-year-olds. Because it's they're trying to do something new. It's made by Seth Killian. He's a former Capcom employee. Really brought Street Fighter 2 into the forefront in the fighting game community. This is going back a ways.
Yeah.
So what it is it's a game that's designed to take the barrier of execution out of fighting games, and it kind of borrows a little bit from MOBAs. I think Robbie plays League.
That's Callie. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Got you guys confused.
He would love to hear that. You should tell him.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Smash Bros. Already kind of take out the execution out of fighting games?
It's similar, but more in a traditional format where you have life bars instead of trying to knock somebody out of the
percentages.
Out of the
Yeah. That is a little bit
I meant in
So-
terms of like moves and stuff, but
I think honestly, go on.
3 special moves per character, but the thing is, you get it's best of 3 for each set, and you have to win 2 sets to actually beat somebody. So in the middle between those 2 sets, you actually have the option to change your special moves and vary your strategy. It gets you into the sweet spot of fighting games a lot faster, where you're not trying to do the execution, but rather you're trying to make good reads and just totally body somebody by just thinking ahead of what they would do and just really taking them to Pound Town. It's a great game. I recommend you try it because it's completely free.
Is it out?
And it was in a closed technical alpha that I got into. It's since been open to everyone. It's completely free, and they just keep polishing it, adding more things. It plays like a dream too. So
Interesting.
Definitely check it out.
Kooky was nice enough to link the trailer in chat. I've gone ahead and put that up on the stream for people to check out. It looks interesting. It got like fighting robots here.
Robots.
Yeah, giant robots. What's not to like?
I don't really like robots though.
It's
Is Hugh Jackman in it?
it's it's like a cartoony.
I like the art
I kind of
style.
like it actually.
Pacific Rim. Yeah, it's not awful. Like it's.
I think I kind of like for an alpha.
I mean, yeah, it looks
Yeah,
good.
for an alpha, yeah.
But
Dude,
man,
I want to try that.
But man, like robots just don't do it for me. I'm sorry. Gundams, no.
Honestly, I mean, I've been trying to get into Xenogears on my Vita, and I just can't, dude. It's just not. It's not a thing that it's just not an aesthetic that gets me.
You didn't like Armored Core and games like that?
Oh God, no.
Oh, I loved Armored Core.
No, not my thing.
So I really want to try and get some groundswell for this game, and I need an excuse to play it. So I thought, in the spirit of the fighting game community, I would offer up to you guys the most pure form of competition, money matches. If any one of you, I'm extending the invitation to any LBR host or anybody from the chat. Unfortunately, I won't be paying the chat people money. But if you want to do a money match, Rising Thunder, any day of the week, hit me up, and I will donate money for each host that can beat me.
Interesting.
Okay, now I have a question.
Do I have to donate money if I lose?
What is your
No.
tournament credentials? How?
What is my
it's an
tournament
alpha, there's not
credentials? I
tournaments yet, probably.
Yeah.
I have never entered a fighting game tournament. I play it just because I like it, and my only requirement for this is if we do it, I want to be on Skype so I can shit talk.
All right, guys, show meeting real quick. One of us will get lucky on beginner's luck. We got this. Just smash buttons.
That's not how fighting games work, okay?
Well,
I beg to differ.
Similar. I don't know.
Hang on. We've got guys. We've got secret weapon. We've got secret weapon.
Okay.
He counts. He counts as a part of the cast.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
he's a legacy host. He said any host. Any host. He said specifically any host. X-Fon, we may actually.
We will take you up on that.
Wow, where did your voices go?
Thank you, X-Fon. Thank you so much for the call. We really appreciate it. We got to move on because we have officially run over time. Not shocking for the first time that we've tried to do a bit of a shorter show.
An hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, let's plow through at least 2 emails.
And right. I got the first one.
All right, go for it.
Hey guys, Zol Jun from the Diablo server and FF14 here.
God damn it, guys! You do not list your servers when you write into Final Encountercast. That goes along with everything that we were saying last episode. Call us by our real names. Stop talking about FF14 in the middle of the show.
At least they also said which game, so that way.
Yeah, fair enough. But
they can tell how they know us.
It is completely not. It's just not. It's not needed when writing into the program. So, but thank you.
Yep. Just wanted to send you an email adding another listener to the go ahead and get ads integrated into the show column. You guys have done great with the donations you get. I bet the show would become even better with ads. My only request would be to keep the same amount of content each week, so any ads you guys do, have them add to the time of the podcast, not cut into it.
I mean, we're talking like between 60 and 90 seconds.
60, 90 second ads. Don't feel guilty about doing this either. You need to make a living. I'm a big talk radio fan, so big names like Rush, Beck, and Levine all use ads. It's the name of the game. Love the show, and you guys should totally help yourselves out financially. In my opinion, it would probably only make a better product for me, the listener, in the end anyways. Good luck in whichever you decide. I'll always listen in. Zoljun. P.S. Never mind.
Okay.
That's what it said.
Yeah, I know that's what it says. It's weird. It's weird. Just a weird.
Yes. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. All right, Nika. What you take any email? I don't care which one it is. You read one that
the next one is way too long.
Go for it. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, that's a really long email. So
the next one lists Excalibur server, so I'm not reading that one either.
Yeah. If you can't do it right, we don't read your
I'll pick
shit.
the one after that. All right. I have no idea what this one's about, so we'll see. Hello, FEC members. I'm sorry if this is a little late. I'm catching up on podcasts I missed over the holidays, and that created a backlog. In your last episode, you asked us to mail in and give your opinions on using ads during the show. In my opinion, I tend to agree with Brandon, who called into the show. I am all for you guys bringing on advertisements if it can help you guys and possibly lead to more of what you do. I do think there would be some limitations to how much you do during a show, though. I personally feel that 3 adverts during the show is the ideal. At the beginning, the middle of the show, maybe when transitioning from your main show topic to emails, and at the very end. This way, it does not interrupt the dialogue flow I enjoy the most from you guys. It is also a natural spot where adverts will least interrupt the show because of the natural transition from one to the other. The only other thing that would concern me is something you brought up on the show. Do not do adverts for games. I like that you guys tell it as it is and hold no punches when it comes to your opinion. It is what makes you guys so enjoyable to watch and listen to. Other than those 2 things, I fully support you guys with any discussion that you make and stay with both shows. You guys have gone to a podcast that I listen to when I have time, to my first priority when watching content on Twitch or listening later when I can't watch the stream live.
That's huge. That's a huge compliment. Thank you. That's awesome.
He says, keep up the great work. His name's Brandon, but LOL, not the same person that called in, but a proud Canadian supporter.
Well, thank you so much, Brandon, for that email. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate the kind words of support from all of you guys. We thank you.
Point out we got so many emails in support of us doing this.
We really did. We did. But okay, before we wrap up, we got one more caller here. Are they ready?
No.
Okay, I got to tap dance a little longer?
Yeah, it's a tap dance.
Okay.
Start dancing.
No, but seriously, guys, thank you so much for all of your support at patreon.com/limitbreakradio, as well as, following here at twitch.tv/Final Encountercast. And, we really encourage you to get involved. If you're a lurker, if you're just stumbling across this show for the first time, say hi. Let us get to know you. Let the other folks in the chat get to know you as well, because they are super awesome people. It's a fun community that we're building here, and we just have tons of fun. That's really the name of the game, is at the end of the day, if it's fun and if it's funny, that's what we want to do here on the show. So we hope that you'll join us as we continue to develop this program more and more, and hopefully we can get this even a little bit tighter.
Yep.
We're a little bit over time, and there's one more thing I want to do before we take off here.
And really, the reason it took so long is because we had so much news to go over.
We did.
When we're doing this weekly, we won't have as much news.
Exactly. As we're doing it week over week, yes, that will improve greatly. But we did have a month's worth of news to cover.
Right.
So yeah, you guys got a point. All right. So last episode we read a scathing email from Aaron Edge, and I think is that Aaron on the phone? Do we have Aaron Edge?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Aaron.
The real Aaron Edge?
Aaron Edge.
Hello.
Hi.
That is my real name. Fucks.
Okay. I mean, you could say that, and
Edge is as believable of a last name as Bender is. Come on.
Okay, just because it's on your birth certificate doesn't mean you didn't change it prior to your birth.
That's right.
Or after your birth.
Maybe.
That's right.
Or during your birth.
If the president can do it, then you know what? Aaron Edge can do it.
Yeah, we need to see the birth certificate.
Okay. Even less legitimate than I thought you were, Nero. Holy shit.
So Aaron, why are you calling in today? What do you want to tell? I mean, we read your email. I said my piece. It's a month later. You still seething about the Riemann that I gave you?
I'm not seething it. It just felt better to call in Final Encounter Cast rather than LBR.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've talked about this. You know that. Don't just pretend like we haven't been putting it off for a reason.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, that's fair. It wouldn't have made sense on LBR though. I mean,
I'd rather talk to you and Callow at the same time, so I'd like to call back at another episode.
You mean Robbie?
If I don't get banned. Robbie, yeah, sorry, my bad.
So all right. So you called me a hack. You decided to rail on Robbie's aspirations as an actor. So
I kind of have to apologize to Robbie a little bit just because he was kind of collateral damage from what I was talking to you. That doesn't make it any less true. He is a failed person.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're an asshole, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty much an asshole.
damage in the carpet bombing.
You basically proved my point of being a hack when you made those jokes about my last name. Living on the edge, I haven't heard that before. Holy shit!
Yeah, no, probably as easily as much as I've heard fender bender jokes over the years. Yeah, okay, probably. I get it, I get it. But honestly, you have to think are you self-conscious about the fact that people think that your name is fake? Like, if I got mail from you, I'd be like, oh, that's clearly a fake name. Like I would assume.
Well, you did. You did get mail from me, and you did think it was a fake last name. It's not really that big of an issue.
I know, but
I was having fun with it.
Yes, idiot.
But I mean, you've got to at least be somewhat self. I mean, like anyone who changes their name, like I assumed that your actual name was something like Murray Lefkowitz. Okay,
Cliff.
Yeah, something.
I was so upset. Listen, I was so upset at you for not bringing up the other things that you sent in your second reply email to me about calling me Edward Cliff or Kyle Extreme.
I had already made those jokes. I made those jokes once.
Yeah,
if I had repeated them, I would have been a bigger hack.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I don't know.
All right, guys.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Okay,
I went out of my way to make more jokes.
Guys,
I got tons of them.
Pause.
I mean, we could continue doing this all night.
My new name on Final Countercast is Christoph Extreme. Thank you.
I do like this new, tighter format you guys have going on. I think, I've just been listening to Final Encountercast over the last, 7 or 8 months, and it seems like every episode we hear a Nero going on this long-winded diatribe about how they don't know what Final Encountercast is going to be. Like, you've had 8 months, come up with something instead of regurgitating the fucking the video game awards, you know what I mean? But I really like. I'm sorry. Is there another organization out there that was providing commentary on the fucking video game awards? I was questioning the point of having it to begin with in an excruciating manner. Okay, I mean, fine. You didn't like the bit. You don't like the bit. But I don't think that there was anyone else out there who was going, look, this is a piece of shit and it needs to stop. So I never said it was a piece of shit. I did.
It is a piece of shit.
I did. That's what that whole bit said, was that this does not need to exist. This is stupid. Right.
It is pretty silly. I mean, they could do better than they did with it, though, and actually make it a lot more enjoyable, like not having those cliche robot noises like I think Chris was talking about during the
they were
segments.
The worst. They were the worst.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having video game awards.
I think it depends.
Anything wrong with having video game awards either, but
I think it depends on who's giving them out. Right? Like that was my big thing. Is like, okay, who's handing these out? Oh, good. It
was all purely based on fans.
Not all of it. A lot of it. No, a lot. I mean, there were some categories that were based on fan input, but there were most of those categories were selected by a group of media industry people.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right. So we're getting pretty bogged down here in the video game awards. All right, so there's been some bits that you haven't liked. That's all part of developing a new show. Like, we tried that bit, and that bit didn't work for like 100 other reasons. That's not like it's regurgitation. Like, that bit was, I think, pretty clever on its own, and it had like 100 other problems with it, which means that's probably why we won't do it again. So like, we're trying shit. We're trying new shit. Like, we're trying shit that takes us outside of our comfort zone. That's never something that we've done on LBR.
LBR is 9 years in development.
That's right. I think it would be way easier for us. It would be way easier for us. Thanks for talking over me, by the way. It'd be way easier for us if we just if we just regurgitated the same shit that we do with LBR over here on FEC. Right? Like, that, to me, that's the hack shit. But instead, we're trying to find unique things that other people aren't talking about and that take us outside of our comfort zone. And yeah, you know what? We don't know a lot about a lot of titles. That's just what you get we're not industry insiders. We never have been. We never claimed to be. You're not going to get the latest cutting edge info with us. We're never going to beat IGN to a story. Ever. But what you do get is interesting analysis, and you do get interesting discussions from Final and Countercast. That's what we bring to the table. Oh, it's mighty quiet. Mighty quiet.
Bam! Well, I didn't know if you were done yet. You yelled at Nika earlier about talking over you when you were doing the same thing to her, so I wanted to give you a second.
My mic is objectively louder!
It's also hard when you're on Skype.
Overcompensatingly bigger.
Weird delay.
A penis microphone joke. I never heard
totally
that one
right.
before.
And like I said, I'm praising you for this, episode today, because the shorter, tighter format definitely works a lot better for this show. But I mean, you guys, I knew what your reaction to me was going to be. You were going to shit on me and make those jokes, and my parents are dead, whatever. So I knew all that stuff was coming. So I obviously wrote that email as like half a joke but half serious, like a kick in the ass, like, I know you guys can do this, but stop being such a piece of shit hack Nero type of thing.
Okay. You didn't knock me off my game. I mean, you don't need to tell me this shit, dude. I know when an episode doesn't fly right. I'm pretty aware of it. I know when shit goes sideways. I mean, like, I'm not sure what, do you want an apology from me for, like, hoping that your parents were dead? Like, what is it? What are you at? No? Are your parents okay? Did they magically die?
Know.
Did they magically die since I said that? Since I put it out into the world?
Yeah, they did.
Did they? Yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
I guess that's my fault.
You definitely were full of shit when you said that email didn't hit you a little hard, because you obviously wouldn't have made those jokes otherwise. And plus, the day I sent the email, you responded to it within 10 minutes.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
It was half written already. I just finished it up. I had some downtime.
With people not loving you.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, I was surrounded by a lot of people who loved the shit out of me when I wrote my response to you, and I read it to them, and they all laughed. They all laughed at you.
People laughed?
Yes, they did. It was.
I'm sure your mom and dad laugh a lot when they have to support you after you lose your job.
It wasn't just my mom and dad, but it was my sister, my aunt, and uncle that thought you were a jackass. So you have that going for you.
There's no disputing that.
And by the way, my family are probably the nicest people in the world, and they were like, "Get him." That's all they said. They were just, "Get him," like in that tone of voice too. I don't know why. It was weird coming from my dad. Get him. Actually, it came from my mom.
Gremlin voice?
What?
Nothing.
Having met your mom, I love the idea of her just being like, "Get him."
Boo. The joke didn't fly.
No, not at all. It was terrible.
Good job, Aaron. Anyway, all right. I see it. So it was meant to be a bit motivational. I get it. Is there anything else you wanted to add on top of it? I mean,
you and Cal were the biggest egos on the crew. Of course, you guys have to get shit on a little bit by some people. Your whole chat can't just be full of people that blow you both every week.
Oh, and they're not. They fucking hate them.
No. I don't. You can call the LB Army a lot of things, but you cannot call them sycophants because these are some of the most critical people that I've ever met, and that's why I love them. I get along with the LB Army.
Some of them are, but there are a lot of people that just roll with whatever you guys say over and over again every week.
Well, that's the nature of having an audience. I know you've never had one, Aaron, but that's what happens when a lot of people listen to the things that you make. But mostly, the LB Army is full of very smart, independent thinking, critical people who I get along with on a very personal level. And you know what? That's my favorite thing out of doing this show and Limit Break Radio is getting to know such really genuinely smart and awesome people. So, if I get it. Not everything, not every choice that we make is going to be a home run. That's fine. But it's in constant development, it's a constant flux. And I think the point that I was making is that we just haven't found a groove yet. We haven't totally found that groove that this show needs to exist in, and I think we're getting a little bit closer. But I don't know, being a dildo I don't think necessarily helps, although we did get some mileage out of it today, so we thank you.
Oh, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, well, and you know what? That's just the kind of shit that happens on this show and over on Limit Break Radio. Is just we just embrace this shit. We just have fun with it. And there are no
part of the fun.
That's right.
I wanted to call in.
That's right.
Actually, email you guys in the first place, but yeah.
That's right. And there's no actual hard feelings between Aaron Edge and I. I think we both kind of get that this is what we're doing here. This is part of the fun. So
we're basically the same person. You're just on a radio show.
Yeah, kinda. And I wished for horrible death upon your parents, but that's different, I guess.
Okay, well, no, hold on. You keep saying that, but you wish that they committed suicide.
That's true.
Because of his name.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just be specific here.
Let's be specific here because, for the record.
Yeah, okay.
For the record. Anyway, all right.
They named me. That doesn't make any sense.
Come on, did they?
What are their names?
All right. Okay. Let's not go there.
I hope it's still.
I had a few ready. But okay, if you don't want us to go there, Aaron Edge, we don't have to go there. Anyway, Aaron, thank you.
Go ahead and give me an example of what you had in mind.
I hope it's Thelma and Louise. They went over the edge.
Bonnie and Clyde, maybe.
That was good. That was good one, Callie. That was good. All right. So, Aaron, thank you for your call today. We appreciate it. And we'll try to make the show better, not for you, but just in general. Okay? Is that satisfactory enough for you?
Oh, I hang up on him. I thought we were done.
Well.
I thought we were done.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, fuck him anyway. All right, that's going to do it for our Final Encountercast for this week. Tune in 2 weeks when we have our next episode of Final Encountercast. That's going down on Sunday, February 21st, and it'll probably be at around 5 p.m. here on twitch.tv/Final Encountercast. We do want to thank you if this has been your first time joining us. Make sure you head on over and check out our website and our brand new live blog over at finalencountercast.com. Huge shout out and thank you to Kooky for helping put that together. Huge shout out to Len for being our new intern. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And your drink fetching skills are improving. I got to say, it's going good. All right, that's going to be it for Final Encountercast. I want to thank my co-hosts, Chris and Callie, Nika, and even though he couldn't be here with us today, I want to thank Robbie as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit that follow button. FinalEncountercast.com, Facebook.com/Final Encountercast, and FEC Podcast on Twitter. We'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Have a good one.